What is happening, YouTube? So I talked about this Denim by Original Penguin. I talked about this fragrance briefly recently in a short video, but I've worn it a few more times and I really feel like it's worth a full review. So we're going to get into this stuff and I'm going to tell you why I like it so much. But before we do, as always, you guys know the drill. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to at least consider subscribing and ringing the bell. So let's go over the presentation briefly, then we're going to get into the fragrance itself, how much I paid, how it performs, and what it actually smells like that is so enjoyable. As for presentation, simple blue box, says Denim with the little penguin logo, size and concentration. Some info on back that you might care to pause and read. Nothing of any significance. Like I said, blue box, not a bad little box for what it is. You get the penguin on top. Whatever, it's just a box. Now, as for the bottle, it's kind of cool. Kind of a thin, top-heavy bottle that fell over a few times. Interesting shape. I like the flat or matte blue with the little chrome penguin on it. Sticker on bottom. This is EDT concentration. It's probably not going to want to focus too well. Cap is lightweight, about a damn near quarter-inch thick with the sleeve inside. And you do have the little penguin on top. Distribution on the sprayer is okay for what it is. The sprayer itself is a little bit shaky, but what do? Not bad for the price. Yeah, so when I talked about this fragrance, well, you know, let's put the notes up. Let's go over the notes real quick. I have the dry down on a test strip. Then I'm going to talk about the smell a little more. So I got these notes from Nordstrom Rack. I kind of had a hard time finding the notes online, but Nordstrom Rack was selling it, and then they have some notes listed. So assuming they're correct, let's go over them together real quick, shall we? In the top, they got bergamot, apple, and lime listed. In the mid, they've got lavender, nutmeg, and suede. And then in the base, they have sandalwood, musk, and amber. So when I talked about this in a short video, I talked about how it reminded me of Abercrombie & Fitch, First Instinct Blue, but, you know, a more better performing version of that on my skin. Now, when you smell them side by side, it doesn't smell exactly like Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Blue. It just kind of reminds me of that. The kind of generic, you know, synthetic opening shower gel fragrance that's relatively mass appealing and easy to wear. Now, I have both dry downs here. The Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Blue on my skin and to my nose anyways does go quite a bit different in direction when I spray it. It's much deeper and darker and richer, more like incensey. The Denim fragrance, as it dries down, becomes much more light and airy, more of a creamy suede take on a blue shower gel fragrance. Very easy to wear. I wore this to the gym a few times, and I was a little bit worried because I thought it might be a little bit too powerful or clawing for the gym, but I don't think it was. I just monitored my sprays. I went like 2 sprays, one on each side of the neck, and then I think I did one under the shirt on my chest. Very good stuff. I would say the first half hour, when I first sprayed this on, it was relatively synthetic, and I was like, whatever, what do you expect for a cheap fragrance? But as this dried down about a half hour to 40 minutes into it, I caught a whiff of it. I said, man, is that me? That smells really nice. It balances out really nicely. Like I said, you get this kind of generic, sweet shower gel fragrance, but it has a nice, creamy suede foundation that makes it very light and airy, very easy to wear. I imagine the sillage as I walk by somebody is really, really pleasant with this. I paid roughly $20 for this at, I think it was TJ Maxx. It was either TJ Maxx or Marshalls, I forget. But it's really good for the price. I think online eBay was the best price I could find for like 23 bucks roughly. Now, I wouldn't spend over $25 for this personally, but it is pretty good. I think the rack store is going to be your best bet. And again, it performs roughly 5 or 6 hours off of my skin. It's enjoyable. I can't imagine a bad time to wear this. I think it's a really good kind of jack of all trade fragrance that you could bust out when you're, like I said, going to the gym, but it would work anywhere. I think that the structure of this fragrance is not going to offend anybody. So anytime, any place, any season, for any reason, I think it would be great in the high heat. I think it would smell pleasant in the cold as well. Anytime, any place, it'll work. So you guys should probably check this one out. Original Penguin seems to really be really good for the price. I haven't smelled anything from them that I didn't like or I didn't think was at least a pretty good value. So overall, I really like this house, and I'm excited to to get more into their, you know, pretty damn good cheapies. So that's it. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I think it's worth checking out. You guys probably should if you see it out at the rack stores. A very good fragrance. Hey, you know what? Like the video if you liked the video. It would be doing me a favor. Lets YouTube know the video is worthwhile. The channel is worthwhile. You liked it. Maybe someone else would like it too. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't already, unless you don't like the content, but I'm sure you do like the content, so subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'm going to leave you how I always leave you. Take your vitamins, hit the gym, and always stay improving. That's very important, along with smelling good. God bless. Be well. Until next time, I'm out.